Welcome everyone to our daily Forex market analysis call in preparation for August 1, 2017. Just a quick disclaimer before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. And if you have questions about your individual investment needs, I recommend you talk to your investment advisor. All right, so we'll start off by taking a look at our calendar here. So we have today wasn't a big day here. We had positive data out of the Eurozone, and of course, Euro has jumped up. We have positive data here. Chicago PMI did not come out as well. So tomorrow, going into tomorrow here, we are looking at RBA rate statement. So that's what's coming up. And this is where we are going to look at a potential short on Aussie, actually. So, and I will walk you through why I think we may want to consider that trade. But other than that, so RBA statement will be very important. The interest rate is not expected to change. However, what the market is really looking for is how the central bank, RBA, feels about the Australian dollar, the economy, and what are they thinking. So that's what that's what the market is expecting. So we have central banks turning hawkish now. So market is looking to see if RBA is going to turn hawkish as well. If they're hawkish, so if they say that the economy is doing well, the inflation is going up, and they are happy with the way things are going, jobs are increasing, then that means this will be good for the Australian dollar, especially if they mention a potential interest rate hike. Not now, not today, but we are talking about like down the road. So if there's a mention of at all of interest rate going up, it will be positive for the Australian dollar. However, if they say something like, well, the economy has been doing better, we are recovering, however, we are not going to change interest rates at this point, that will be negative for the Australian dollars. And Australian dollar is also trading at a resistance level right now. We have seen it go up a lot. So that's something we are going to look at in just a bit on our charts, but that's how we need to approach the interest rate decision for Australian dollar here. We also have PMI numbers out of the Eurozone, manufacturing PMI numbers for British pound. This will be very important. So a lot of PMI numbers again. PMI is Purchasing Managers Index, so it's a leading indicator, so it's important data point. And then we have unemployment numbers for New Zealand. So the most important, of course, will be the Reserve Bank of Australia rate statement. So let's go on to our charts here. Looking at our euro dollar, we have gone up we have broken above our previous level. So this was a nice back test trade. So price broke above, came and tested below, and then moved back up. So now we are bullish on this based on what's going on. So we just need to zoom out a bit because we are so far we have kind of gone up so much. So the next target level here is 1.1880. That will be the next target, but this looks very bullish at the moment. And the one beyond that would be 1.1970. So 80 level. We haven't been there since January of 2015. So we are into pretty stretched levels here. So be careful with those ones. But based on the daily technical close here, we are bullish. So in terms of our pullback levels, we can look at either 1750 level or potentially 1.1780 level. So I'm just going to change this so we know this is our pullback level. Okay, so pullback level 1.1780. If we just scale back here, so this is, so that's a good pullback level. We are into the previous high. If the price stays above this 1.1780, we're looking for a potential long off of that. So that will be a good opportunity here. So this is on 1 hour. So 1.1780 or we are looking at this level here, 1.17, around 50-ish level, which is also our S1 level from our pivot points. So those are the two levels to keep in mind. I'm just going to put both of those on here. So first pullback level 1.1780, and the second one, or 75, and the second one is 1.1760 to 50-ish level. So we'll keep that in mind, but based on the daily close, that looks very bullish. Pound dollar, again, we broke above the range here. That is very bullish, and now we may see the price pull back into this previous level to test this. So 1.3150 level would be a potential level for a back test, and if the price stays above 3150, we are looking for a further move to the upside. So this is bullish. So let's see where our next target level will be for British pound here. We're looking at 1.3350-ish level, which is right around here. But prior to that, we can even go one step closer here. So this one is 1.3280. So that will be the next target level for this. So we're bullish on British pound, looking for a pullback into 3150 and then move back into 132.80 level to the upside. Looking at our 4 hours, so this is the pullback level we are looking for price to, so actually I haven't done any drawings today. I like to draw, so let me just pull this out. So this is the kind of move we are looking for, price to bounce back up off of that level. So that's 131.50, and from our 1 hour perspective, that looks good. So we have resistance here, another resistance, and price finally broke through. So we're looking for a pullback and a move up. Okay, that was, so both euro and pound are bullish. This one right now, it looks bullish as well, but we have the rate decision coming up. So if the rate decision is, or like we talked about, if the central bank says that they are going to raise rates, this will be bullish, and we could see price breakthrough. So right now, price is into resistance, and so with the Aussie, what's been going on is that we are at a quite, we are into stretched levels at this point. And if we zoom out a bit, we haven't been into these levels since 2015, April of 2015. So we could go higher. 81.60 is really this level where price kind of dropped off quite sharply from that level. But right now, this is where we are. We are kind of running into this type of a scenario here. See how price went up and then dropped off of that. So here, the thing is, net longs in Aussie have gone up quite a bit. So in this case, I am going to be looking at a potential short at that 80.60 level here, or even 80.50. So 0.8050 would be a potential level for a short opportunity, just because one, it's stretched quite a bit, and then we haven't been this into these levels for a long time. So it is a strong technical level. And in terms of from fundamentals perspective, so let's say RBA does not do an interest rate hike, and they're not as hawkish as Bank of Canada, for example. In that case, we could see this, depending on what their commentary is like, we could see, even with a hike, we could see, well, with a hike, we could go all the way to 61.50. But let's say they say let's say they say the economy is doing well, but they're going to wait and see. They're going to wait for the data. Then we may just see price come into this 80.60 level and then drop. But if they do a hike, then we could see price go all the way into 81.65 level, all the way up here. And this is where I'd be looking for a potential. Well, then depends. We'll have to see how strongly hawkish they are. And then this, from a short-term perspective, we could do a potential short there. So I will keep you guys updated. I'm watching these levels at the moment. It is bullish. Daily close is bullish. It's pushing into this level. So I'm just going to wait and see. and see how the price reacts at 80-60 level. And we may want to do an order there, but I will let you guys know. So that's what I'm thinking about this. For now, we are long, or at least it's bullish, and target is 80-60 level right into here, and this is where we may do a short. So looking at our 4 hour, this is where we are, and 80-60, which is the R3 level, is where we are talking about potential short. But if price breaks above this level, then we are looking for the next target, which is 81.60 level. So that it's about 100 pips from our target here. So I wouldn't, I'm not going to take this trade blindly. So we do need to keep in mind, like do need to see what's going on. So the first potential level to short is 80.60, and then 81.60 will be the second one. But be cautious with this one. If the central bank is very hawkish, then there's no trade. Or even if we are in a trade, that just closes out the trade and there will be no opportunity to short, then we are going to turn very bullish on this one. For now, the daily is bullish, but that's our target, 80.60, and we are going to watch that level. New Zealand here. New Zealand is holding above, and this is where it's in a range. So this one, I am looking at it as a range-bound trade. The best shorting opportunity would be at 0.7580 level up here. But if it does not break the highs into like if it doesn't break 0.7520 level, there could be a potential shorting opportunity in this one as well. And they kind of tend to, Aussie and New Zealand tend to move in tandem. So between the two, we may be able to find an opportunity. So I'm going to keep that in mind. So the target, I'm just going to push it actually back up here into 75.50 level here and see what the price does. So there may be a shorting opportunity here, but if it breaks through that level, then that is bullish right now. So right now it's in a range, but it could turn bullish if it breaks above here. Okay, so let's go a little bit. So this is our 4 hour perspective. This is what we are looking from 1 hour. So very small move today. So I'm just going to keep this, which is our R2 level at 75.50 as a potential short, and a potential buying opportunity would be 74.50 level. But again, we have to make sure that the price stays above this level and doesn't creep back down. If it does, that means it can go even lower. So we don't want to buy or sell blindly here. We just need to wait and see what happens. This one here, dollar CAD, has turned range bound here as well. So we are, for the last few days, we have dollar CAD has not been able to break this level lower. We have seen a big drop, and now again, I mean, we are into stretched levels. So since June, from June to July here, just in 2 months, that's a big drop for dollar CAD. Generally, this is a slower moving pair, just like Aussie and New Zealand, but it's been on a roll and it's just gone. It's gone up against the US dollar. That's why it's been dropping. So at this point now, it may be time for price to pull up a little bit, so everybody who's been sitting in these positions may want to take some profit. So we have to watch out for that. Right now it is range bound, so potential buying opportunity would be at 1.2420 level, and potential selling would be at 1.2580. But I'm not keen on selling this pair at this point. I think we have talked about the drop for quite some time now. So at this point, we have to watch and see if the price does hold below 125.80, then we are going to look for it to come back towards the bottom of the range. So we're not looking for a 1,000 pip move here. We're just looking for price to go to the top of the range, 125.80. If it holds below this level, then I'm looking for a further move to the downside. So this is the type of move we may see. Price goes up, pushes into this level, and then drops from here back towards the bottom of the range. All right, so let's go into a 4 hour and see what this looks like. Here we are. See this big drop here? That's the problem here because we've dropped so much. Now it may be bottoming out, so we need to wait and see. Our 125.80 is right here, which is our previous support level, which turned resistance, and we're looking to see if the resistance will hold. If the price holds, if this resistance holds here, then we could see the price come down lower like this. We may see one of these moves, so we're looking for price to drop from there. But here we do have a double bottom. We have an inefficient move. Price has filled that now, but it could still go higher towards the top of the range. Euro-Swiss here. Euro-Swiss has been very, very bullish for the last few days. It has gone fairly crazy here. And now we are, and this is what happens once the inefficiency starts to get filled. And this is, I think this was a missed opportunity. This is where we should have looked for a trade. But anyway, once the inefficiency starts to get filled, it will keep on going. And this is why we have to pay attention to inefficiencies. So we are into this big stretch of inefficiencies right now. This is where we are. And I just need to go out a bit more to see what's going on. So here we are on a weekly, and the next level will be 1.1570 level, or so let's say 50 level. So that's what we are looking for. Bullish on this one, looking for move to 1.1570 level. And yeah, so this may continue. Okay, so the Euro Swiss is bullish. Euro Yen, this looks bullish as well. We are into that triangle here. So this is our ascending triangle. Usually when we get a move like this, price tends to break up to the outside, to the upside here. So we're likely to see this price move up. So 132.30 is the next target on Euro Yen. Actually, I shouldn't. Let me see here. We were looking at a weekly chart. Okay, so here, again, with the ascending triangle, well, one thing that we do want to keep in mind is that we don't take a preemptive trade higher. We need to wait. So generally what the price will do is one of these. Price coils within the triangle and then breaks out higher. So we do have to look for a break higher. We cannot go long till the price has crossed over to the other side. The long trade would come after price holds above the high. And if the price doesn't, because these triangles can of course break. So right, see how price is hitting this level. If the price is not able to break through this 130.80 levels, let me just put it a little bit higher here. If the price is not able to break this 130.80 level, then we could see a failed one and price could come back down. In that case, it's a range. So it's still a range. Ascending triangle is trade strategy to see where the price is going to break out. And when the price is coiling like this, generally tends to break out higher. So, but we have to wait for it to break and then we'll take it. Otherwise, it will be considered a range-bound trade, and then 130.80 level here. This level is the place to watch. So if price stays above this, breaks above and holds above, then it's long. Otherwise, looking for price to come back into the range. Pound Swiss here, again, this looks bullish. The next target, we are right here. So the next target is into 1.2850. So based on the daily close here, this is very bullish. Pound Yen, bullish close for the day, looking for price to move up higher. We are looking at 146.30 area and then 146.50. So Pound Yen is bullish. Dollar yen going sideways, sorry, dollar Swiss franc kind of going sideways at the moment. If it holds above 96.20, then that will be bullish. But for now, this looks more like a range bound market at this point. Dollar yen, this is bearish. Very bearish close for the day, and we are looking for a further move to the downside. Next target is 109.80. And below that, we have all kinds of targets here. 109.80 is the first one, 109.50 is the second target to the downside. Okay, we'll do a couple more pairs here. This is euro pound going sideways because both euro and pound have been strong right now. They're both strong right now, so this is range bound, so 89.90, so about 0.90 is or 89.90 is the upper bound of the range, so that would be a potential sell. And 88.90, so about 8900 will be the bottom of the range, so that's where we would look for a potential buying opportunity for the price to hold that level and then go back into the middle of the range. The last one we'll take a look at is Euro Aussie here. Euro Aussie, let's go to a daily here. So this is where we are right now. Aussie is pushing up higher, and I would suggest keeping that level in mind, the 80-60 level. So if RBA does not do an interest rate hike and they're not as hawkish, then in that case, this could go up higher. So right now it's moving lower because market is kind of pricing in some of that. So it's just the sentiment driving it higher. But if we do not see an interest rate hike from Reserve Bank of Australia, this would go higher. And in that case, our target is 1.49. I would say 1.490. 1.4900, so that will be the next target to the upside if RBA doesn't do an interest rate hike. But if they do, well, they're not going to do an interest rate hike, but if they talk about it, then this is likely to drop. In that case, we are looking for 1.4630 level as our target. So this level, if they do if they're hawkish, if they just talk about it, then we're looking for this to drop, and 1.4630 will be our target in that case. All right, any questions? Perfect. We'll call it a wrap.